Hello Chef, Barry here. Today I'm looking at a game from Yellow Games called Pingo Pingo. It's a brand new game which takes you in an adventure of looking for treasure and shooting monsters and playing cards very quickly and being very quick indeed off the draw. So let's take a closer look at how the game plays and if it's any good or not.
In Pingo Pingo, you're on an island looking for treasure, but there's penguins which are stopping you from getting those treasures. Drop the accent. Okay, empty the box. First thing you need to do, empty the box. Put the gun and the bullets in the middle of the table. Then there's these 5 standees, which you're going to have to place around your room about 2 or 3 meters away from the table. You're going to need to put like a weight in the middle or stick some blue tack on the bottom so they don't fall over like what I did in my video. Each player will get 7 of these life point cards. Okay, this is your life points. When you lose all these, you are dead and out of the game. Again, if you lose some of your life, it's going to affect your scoring at the end. Each player will be dealt a hand of cards of these Pingo Pingo cards. I'll go through them in a sec. You put the CD in the CD player, and then you are ready to play. The start player will turn over the top card of their deck, like so, in an away from them fashion, and put it in the middle of the table for everyone to see. Then the second player will do the same. A bit like Jungle Speed or Snap or whatever. Very much like this. Okay, what do these cards do? Wow, you have treasure cards, which is what you're looking for because they're points at the end of the game. If the music is the daytime music, like what it is now, then the first person to tap this card will get to keep this card and put it aside, and it counts as a point at the end of the game. But you have to be careful because there are some trapped ones, and if you can just about see, there are some spiders at the base of this treasure. If you tap that, you lose one of your life points. You turn one of your hearts into a skull. Then there's the nighttime. If the nighttime music is playing, like what it is now, it's the same thing. If you're the first person to tap on the treasure, you get to take the treasure as a point, but if you tap on a trap, you lose a point. Again, if you tap on the daytime when it's nighttime, you lose a point. There's different types of treasures, so there's the pineapples with spiders and without, daytime, and then you have treasure chests with a snake at nighttime and daytime too. And then you have these camp cards. Okay, you can go and steal cards and treasures from other players. Again, they have a nighttime and a daytime, and it's the first person to tap on it which will get the power. That power is to steal 2 treasures from another player. As you can see, there's no guard at this camp, but on this camp there is a guard. If you tap a camp and there's a guard, or if you tap at the wrong time of day, you lose a life point, like so.
Pingo Pingo!
Then there's a set of these orange bordered cards, which are action cards. So if you're the player that turns this card, you then have to take all the cards which have been played and distribute them to all the other players before the CD soundtrack says Pingo Pingo. If you manage not to do it, you have to lose a life point. If you do it, game continues as normal. You have the charging bear which is coming at you. What you do is you grab the pistol, you charge it, and then you shoot at the charging bear target. If you miss, you can keep going until you hit it, but if Pingo Pingo is shouted out from the CD, you lose a life point and then gameplay continues. Then you have the space Pingu. Okay, what you have to do in this is you will have to run all the way over to wherever the ship is, touch it, and then run back to the table, grab the gun, load it up, and then shoot the space penguin before it goes Pingo Pingo, otherwise you lose a life point. Then you have the bridge, the suspended bridge which is collapsed. What you have to do is you have to run from one of these suspended bridges to the other one. And all before Pingo Pingo is said. You noticing the pattern? It's something different. It's the monkey sorcerer. All you have to do is be the first person to tap this and you will turn one of your skulls back into a life point. That's the game. When the game is finished, you look at how many life you have left, how many hearts you have left, and you look at your treasure. You count up your treasure, and for each life that you have, you can save 3 treasures. So I have 1, 2, 3 for that one, 1, 2, 3 for that one. I've got 2 left. So my score is 6. I don't score 8. If I had 1 more heart, then yes, I could have scored 8. And obviously, if I had more hearts and more treasure, I could have scored more. So basically for each heart that you have, you can only keep 3 of your treasures. The one with the highest score is, as they say, the winner. So, Pingo Pingo is a board game that all children should be reviewing. Let's talk to a children right now.
Pingo Pingo is a game everybody can like, but it's that they can like. And it's a game repetitive, and it's a bit hard because when you say Pingo Pingo and you wanted to shoot on that, we wanted to touch that bridge and go on that one. You say Pingo Pingo, you lose a life. And it's when the night is a guardian, that imagine it's the night, and you got a guardian next. It's hard because you can't see it. That's why you do that and you lose a life. I like it because I like that when I shoot it. I like it because it got DVD. And I like it because it's a game fun and for kids.
Now it's my turn. Pingo Pingo is a board game that everybody should be careful with. Now I mean that in 2 different ways. That's one way. The first way is you have to be careful when playing this game. It is dangerous. This game should come with a warning. Okay? You know, like in Jungle Speed, when you're playing Jungle Speed and everyone's making a rush for the totem pole, and sometimes you might scratch your hand. Yeah, that's trivia. But in this game, you're not just scratching hands as you slap the card. You're running around a room, and if there's other objects in that room and other people in that room, they're gonna be accidents, and objects obviously might go flying. Me personally, I slid on my tiled floor and landed crash bang on my elbow, and that kind of ruined the game for me. I was in pain for half a day. But I can see other things happening, like people walking into chair legs, and I can see people holding out their hands to try and stop people from running around the room. So please be careful with playing this game. In regards to the game, you need a lot of space, and you need a small table, because everyone's going to be huddled around looking at these cards and looking intricately for the spiders or the snakes to see if it's a trap. And you can't do that on a big table. But a small table would be good. But you're going to need a big room because you're going to need to put these targets around the room at a distance so nobody is going to trip over a chair leg, so forth and so with. The second spirit of my phrase is it's not going to be for everyone, this game, because it is a speed dexterity game, and that doesn't appeal to a lot of people. Especially the older you get, the slower your reflexes are. And again, the older you get, running around your room is not a great idea of fun for some people. So this game is crazy fun, but it's aimed at kids. There's a lot of luck involved with the cards. There's a lot of observation where you're trying to look for the small details in the cards, and then obviously there's the speed of tapping the card. And again, there's the humour with it. You tap it and you get damaged and you lose a couple of points. But that's it. The game plays better with more players. If you're playing 2 players, it's if you play with 5 players, it's cool, fun. Again, if the players are all kids, it's great fun for the kids. It's not so great for the adults. You might be, as an adult, you might enjoy it as like a party game, drinking game, whatever. But nah, not for me. Now my overall score for this is a 7 out of 10. Now that's a pretty high score for what this game is. The reason it's such a high score is because the quality of the components, the artwork, the love that's been put into this game, and there is a fun game in there, but for me, there's lots of things that bring it down. I would like to give it a 5 out of 10, but I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 because my personal opinion has to kind of get to aside. So 7 out of 10 because it is a good fun kids game. with great art and components, but it's not going to be for everybody. There's the hazard warning, which I've just given you, which could... it just appeals to a certain gender of gamers. The rulebook is well written, apart from one thing. There's no mention of how you put the bullets in this. So I will show you. You do that. Took us a good half an hour to figure that out, how we put the bullets in. Because without that, you can't do nothing. The game is 15 minutes long, so if you play it the once, it's only 15 minutes of your life, it's not the end of the world. But it's 15 minutes of fast, racy fun, so if that thing appeals to you, this game's for you. Until next time, play nice with your dice, because you only roll them thrice.
Pingo Pingo!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.